We hear you.
Ah, I can't believe it. Y'all ready to get this party started? We got some things we got to cover today. So let's get right to it. So today, this is how it's going to go down. We're going to talk about how to buy foreclosures. All right. So we've been in this premiere session, and we've been talking about wholesale properties. And so I just want to focus in on the foreclosure market for today. So ground rules, everybody stay muted, turn your videos off. We're gonna have time for everybody to see everybody a little bit later. Make sure y'all be over there in the chat room chatting it up. Y'all can answer each other's questions over there. If it's something you can't answer, I'll answer it at the end. So let me get through my presentation. Then as always, I need your feedback on how I can get better. All right. So here's the agenda for today. I'm gonna take a look at the homework from last week. Those of you all that got it in on time, we're gonna look at it and see how well you did. And then we'll talk about what a foreclosed property is. I'll give you the process when the property is foreclosed. We'll talk about what's the difference between Mr. Ray pre-foreclosed and foreclosed property. So I'm gonna give you some info on that. And then how do you buy it, Mr. Ray? I want to buy some foreclosed property. I'm gonna take you through the process today. And then we got some more homework, baby. We got to practice. Did I say practice? We need more practice. But I got to tell you, most of y'all did pretty good on this one. So at some point, I don't think we'll need any more practice and we'll move on to something else. So I think the majority of us got it. We still got a few. It's kind of dangling out there, but we're going to get there. And then we'll have Q&A. So I got to say, so here's a new month. We got a new month, so we got a new book. So the book of the month is The Keys to Success by Napoleon Hill. Now, remember, I'm not just here to talk about real estate. I'm here to get the whole person, mind, body, soul, spirit. I'm trying to get everything. Not only talking about financially, I want to help you mentally, because we're talking about getting a millionaire mindset, baby. So I can't let you make a million, then you don't know how to handle a million. So I got to get your mind right. All right. So make sure you keep up with these book readings. If you don't have the book of the month, let me know, because Rasheen has done something good for us. Each one of the books that we have each month is available, downloadable copy. Okay, so we can get it to you electronically. If you want it, just let me know. Again, hats off to Rasheen. We appreciate you, baby, for helping us out here. All right, let's go to the homework, baby. Y'all ready to see how y'all did? Let's do this. Doom, 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 doom. All righty, here we go, boys and girls. So here is 2901 North Ditmer. And this is the ARV is what we're looking for. And we're also looking for the MAO. So as you see, Mr. Ray says he believes this property is going to come in about 282. And so if you were anywhere close to 282, then you got to start. If you were close but still off a little bit more than what I'd like for you to be out, I gave you a yellow. That means you was close, but you're still not close enough. And if you didn't get anywhere near it, I'm gonna have to leave you white. So we had the majority of you got it right. So let's take some time. Let's look at what I came up with on mine. All righty, let's stop the share right here. I think I got mine here somewhere. There it is. Hold on here. Well, all right. Is it showing there now? I don't think it's showing. Hold on. Should show now. All right, here we are. So here's what I use for my comps. Remember, if you don't have this spreadsheet, let me know. I'll send it to you. If you got your own spreadsheet, you're good. But here's the address, and it's 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car, and it's 2,800 square feet. So here are my comps. In this area right here, you see I got 2 4-bedrooms, 1 5 and 1 3. They're all around the same baths, 2-car garage. And you can see what my average price, the average price per square foot is $100, right around 100. So I'm saying it's going to come in about 282. Now um, remember I said that this is not an exact science, right? So when you're talking about an ARV, the bank's gonna have a different one. You might get when the appraiser come out there, his will be different. It just depends, But for the most part, if you're bringing the property up to the highest value in that area, you should be good. And we're thinking that property is going to be right around $280,000. Any questions? Quite a few of you got it. We still got some outliers out there, but we just got to keep working. So ask me any questions now. If you didn't get close to it, let me try to help you or see where we can help you. We can go out to the website real quick if we need to, and we can look at some of the comps out there. Is everybody good? Let's see here. So this is the area, and these were the available properties that was in this area. So you wanted to stay between, hold on here. I would say, what's the 36th Street, and then MacArthur on this side, Meridian on this side, and then 23rd down here. So you wanted to stay in that 1 mile radius, right? Or was that 2 miles? It's 1 mile there, 2 miles there. So pretty much in this 2 mile radius. I really like you in 1 mile, but if you could stay in the 2 mile radius, that was good. Any questions?
Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
I just to go back through that process. I know you're kind of doing it right now, but it seems that it's limited. I'm getting limited information as far as what is going through there, and I scroll down and I look for homes like this, but really I'm not seeing very many. So I just want to make sure if you can go back. I mean, pretty much just to how you got to this page, or what is the way to find that 1 square mile, or to find that the right comps to start to break down. You know what I mean? That's because I think that's where I'm getting off, is that they're kind of a variety of range. And then also too, there's one thing is when I looked at that house, I couldn't see inside of it. I could only see the outside, so I had no idea if it's updated, not updated.
Which
You
house?
know, this house.
The house this house right here?
Okay, is it Ditmer?
The Ditmer house? It doesn't matter whether it's fixed up or not. Remember, we're assuming we're going to sell it to somebody and they're going to take it all the way up to the max for that area. So you don't even need to see the house. You just need to know we're going to take it up to the max of the houses in that area.
Okay, so I'm looking at the houses that are already fixed
Yes.
up.
So let me grab one here. For instance, let me go back to my and let's pick one of mine. For instance, I got 2700 North Meridian Court. So let's go back over there. 2700 North Meridian Court, right here. So I would click on this. I thought this was a good comp. It sold recently. It's a 2-story, but if you look at it, it's updated. See the floors, new paint, new windows, new lighting. Look at that, floors look very good, very well painted. Little island there. Kitchen is up to date. New appliances, new cabinetry. This is a very good comp for that area. All right. So that's what you're looking for, to take it up to the top like that. That make sense?
Yeah. So I just want to make sure, just as far as you searching it, the search engine that you're using on the website.
Redfin.
Okay, I got that one,
Okay,
but
so yeah, I will click down here. Let's go through it again real quick. So somebody else might have the same question. So you're looking for sold home. You want to see, scroll all the way down till you see this, view more recently sold homes. Okay.
okay.
So it's going to put you 3 up there, right? And it's going to say, these are some good ones because this one sold in April. And that's one of mine. I think I used this one sold in March, but you want to see all of them. And when you click that, it's going to take you, hold on, what did I do here? That didn't work. Oh, I got it open right here. Let me go back. Let me just go back in Redfin period. Let's just put it back up here and start again. So that's 2901, 901, DIT, North Ditmer. Okay. Click it in. So that's the house. That's Ditmer. We know the baths. We know square footage. I gave you all that. So scroll down. You get down to where it says more homes recently sold. Click that. There, and then those houses are going to come up. And so one of the things I do, and so you got to know where the house is, right? So make sure you got the house on there. And sometimes I'll take out houses that I know that are really low. So I'll say, I don't want to see any houses less than 150,000, right? And so now there's my houses in that area. And so those houses will be right here. So as you hover over it, let's say if I hover over this, you'll see that house will show up red over here. If I hover over this, you'll see it down there. Okay, so that's how you look at all these houses over there and you see whether they're fixed up. We'll click on one more and then we're gonna move on. See, this is a good one too. Looks like this one's been rehabbed. New floors, new paint, updated everything. You use this one, this was a good comp. Very good comp. I didn't pick it, but this would still be a good comp. Make sense? Did you
Yes.
get it?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it. So make sure you do your search. Just go to all those houses on there, look at each one. Just kind of hover over here, play around over here. It'll show you each house. It'll be in red over here when I move it. Notice how it moves. All right. Anybody got any other questions? We move on. We'll have one more chance. I got another house we'll do. We have more homework, so just keep practicing. But congratulations to everyone that got it close. Any other questions before I move on off of this? Well, make sure you guys and girls are getting this. This is a key part of you getting the numbers right. You fall in love with them numbers, baby, not with them houses. All right, moving on here, no questions. All right, so let's go to foreclosed property. Let's talk about foreclosed property a little bit. So when you talk about pre-foreclosure, this is a property that the owner has failed to make payment for at least 3 months. The mortgage company usually won't start coming after you until you're at least 3 months behind. Now, they'll send you late notices, but once you miss 3 months, that's when they're going to start looking at filing on you. And so you would be what we call pre-foreclosure. A pre-foreclosed property is a property that the bank has issued what we call a less pendants case against the borrower. And I think that's just a French word for they're going to take your house. But they call it less pendants. That's just a legal term. And I'll show you in a minute where you can find those online. So it's a property that the bank has issued a lawsuit against you to foreclose on the property for failure to pay for that property. A pre-foreclosed property is pre-foreclosed now. There's a difference between foreclosed and pre-foreclosed. I'm talking about pre-foreclosed right now. It's a property that has a mortgage loan that is in default. That means you're more than 3 months behind. A pre-foreclosed property is a property that can be purchased from the owner prior to the sheriff's sale. Okay, it's still considered a pre-foreclosed property. A foreclosed property is a property, once it's gone to the sheriff's sale, that's when it becomes a foreclosed property. Okay, so any questions on the difference between pre-foreclosed and foreclosed property? All right, so let's talk about the process, how a home is foreclosed on. So the bank sends a certified notice out to you, the owner, that you are behind 3 payments, and now we're going to seek to evict you from that property. That notice will be sent to you certified. You have to sign for it. If you don't sign for it, they can keep sending it to you, but all they got to do is note that they send it to you certified. You can say, well, if I didn't get the notice and I ain't noticed, no, it doesn't matter. The notice has been served on that property. And so the bank also sends a certified notice to anybody that has interest in that property that has a lien on it. Let's say the state of Oklahoma, the tax commission, the homeowners association, they got a lien on the property. They're going to get a notice from the bank that the bank is about to foreclose on that property. The bank also sends certified notice to all the heirs, all the tenants, anybody living in, anybody that has anything to do with that property will be notified by certified mail. We are about to close on this property. The mortgage borrower, the one who's behind, can bring the mortgage current anytime prior to the sale. And sometimes I think they have up to 20 or 30 days after the sale if they come up with all the money. All penalties, all fees, all everything has to be paid to get the loan back in good standing, to get it off of the foreclosed process. Any questions on that? All right, keep moving. Let's keep going. So the lender is going to send the loan to the county, whatever county that house is located in. For us, Oklahoma County is here, Cleveland County in Norman, Potawatomi County over in Shawnee. Everybody's got their county. In Indianapolis, Marion County. So they're going to send it to the county when it's at least 6 months delinquent, and they're going to start the process of putting this property up for sale. They send it to the county. The county's going to send it out for appraisal to have it appraised, so they'll know approximately what it's worth at the time that they're going to sell it. So again, the county's going to send out this publication. It's going to be in the newspaper. It's going to be anybody that had an address. They're going to do this 3 times. I think they're going to do it for 3 more months. Keep sending it out. Keep putting it in the newspaper, because they're putting everybody on notice that this house is going up for foreclosure. Okay, if the property is vacant, the bank's going to go by and secure the property. If you just leave the property, you abandon the property, the bank has a right to protect their property. If you leave the doors and windows open, the roof's got a hole in it, they're going to come over and repair that and make sure that the property is in good shape, so that when they sell it, they can get the maximum amount for it. The property, again, is still considered pre-foreclosure because the sheriff's sale has not taken place. Now, some properties, I've been at the sheriff's sale and I've seen them pull on the same day of the sale because somebody came over and paid the property off. Any questions on this? All right, let's keep going. All right, on the day of the sale, let's say you show up and Mr. Ray, we're going to buy us a pre-foreclosed property today. Okay, so you go up, you get signed up, they'll give you a number. You're required to have your ID, and they'll give you this bidding number. If you were the 6th person to show up, then you'd have a bidding number, number 6. And so everybody's going to have a number. The sheriff's going to call the meeting to order. He's going to set the rules for the auction. He's going to tell you how this thing is going to go, and you got to do it exactly the way he says it. If he says that you must bid in $100 increments, that's what you need to know. If he says you have to say, you can't say it, I bet I'll say 10. That 10 means nothing. You have to say 10,000. So he's going to put out the exact rules of what you need to make sure you're saying, and how you need to conduct yourselves during this sale. All bids are going to start at 2/3 of the appraised value. Remember, I told you they're going to do an appraisal on the property, and they're going to say, we're going to start the bidding at 2/3 of the value of whatever that appraisal is. Anybody over 18 years old can come in and you can participate. The highest bidder will win the right to purchase that property. Any questions? Well, y'all got this down. All right, let's keep talking about the day of the sale. Okay, so the winning bidder is going to be required to put 10% down within 24 hours of them winning that bid. So if the bid was $100,000, you're going to have to bring $10,000 in cashier's check, money order, certified funds, something within 24 hours of you winning that bid, or else if you don't, it's going to go to the next one. What they'll do is they'll take the winning bid and a couple of more bids beyond that. So if the winning bid doesn't come up with their money, they'll go to the second, to the third, etc. The remaining balance, again, you got to pay the remaining balance of that $100,000 within 30 days. If the winning bid fails to make a deposit, or the remaining balance is the second highest bid, is going to go and get the house. Most times, banks will show up. Let's say the bank is the one that's foreclosing on this property. They're going to show up and they're going to bid on their property. They're going to make sure they bid it up to at least the appraised value, because they're not going to let that house be sold. If it's a $100,000 house, they're not going to let it be sold for $50,000. They'll just take it back. Okay, so most time they'll come in. If you're bidding on it, everybody's bidding. As long as the bidding is going up, they're fine. But if bidding not happening, the bank is going to say, we bid such and such, and then they'll take the property.
Mr. Ray,
Go ahead.
so is that the actual bank, or is it somebody like representing the bank? What does that look like?
The bank is there. They have their representative there.
And you know that that's who that is. It's not like something
No,
sneaky.
you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. But usually they sit up front.
Okay.
All the bankers, you see them line up front, and they'll stand up and they'll start the bidding.
And then also, you said on the day of the sale, back a couple of slides back, I'm sorry, you said a tenant might come in and pay off the foreclosure. You mean like the entire balance of the loan?
If they have the balance, that's the only way they can stop the loan. They can't make any partial payments at that time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. What else? Those are good questions. What other questions y'all got? Good questions. But on these pre-foreclosure, you got to have cash, baby. You got to be ready to close in 30 days or less, and you got to be ready. And the bad thing about these properties is you don't get to go inside and look at them. You get to drive by them, but a lot of times people are still living in these houses, and even if they're vacant, you don't have the right to go and look at that property. You will be arrested for trespassing. You could be if you do. So this is one of those deals. You're basically buying the property sight unseen.
There was the screen you had that had the explanation of the foreclosures.
Mm-hmm.
And, can you be able to show that for a second?
The pre-foreclosures and the foreclosures?
Yes.
Okay. Right here. Is that the one?
Yes. Yeah. One second. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Want to get some information.
What else? But if you want a copy of this, I'll send it. I'm not going to post it online, but if you want to see a copy of this Zoom meeting, I can send it to you personally and you can view it. So when the call's over, just send me a text if anybody on the line wants this particular one. All right. Any other questions? All right, final thoughts on foreclosure, and I got some stuff to show you. All funds have got to be certified. You can't write them a check, and you can't say, I'll pay you, I'm going to go get a loan from the bank. You ain't got time to do that. You're not allowed to see the house prior to purchasing. I already talked about that. You'll be trespassing. Buyer beware. You got to know what you're doing when you buy these properties, that's for sure. So let's go to the sheriff's sale. Let's go out here to the sheriff's sale in Oklahoma County. All right, so just search up, go to Google, say I want an Oklahoma County sheriff's sale, it'll come up. Sheriff sales, Oklahoma County, and this is the sheriff sale here. And you'll notice, say the next sheriff sale is going to be May the 6th. And then most of the time, they'll have the future ones in here too. So let's just look at the one that's coming up here this Thursday. And so as you see, if you see recalled on it, that means they've already paid it off. All right, so if it's recalled, it's not going to show up on the sale. It'll show you the date of the sale, what the case number is, who the bank is. It's going to be closing on it, who the current the current owners of the property, the address, who the attorneys are, etc. Okay. So these properties are all going up for sale, and you'll see the appraised value on this was 75. This was 20,000. That can't be much of a house over there. 55,000, 55,000. And so all these properties, and you see here, it says all 4 units are sold together. So all 4 of these properties are going to be sold together. Let's see, here's one right here. 60,000, 60,000. Okay. These have all, when it says recall, that means they came in and paid them off. So these properties are recalled, they paid them off. Any questions on the list?
Do you participate in these auctions?
I do not. I get them before they get to the auction.
Okay.
That's what I do. So I go and do my research. And so what I would do is I would go to this list like June the 3rd, and I start working this list. I start calling these people and telling them, hey, look, I'll buy your house from you if you will allow me to. But I'll go do my research first and make sure that I have my maximum allowable offer. And so, yeah, that's what, in fact, I got my last 2 houses on this. I basically ran out of money though, because I had to pay cash for them, right? And so I currently have over $400,000 out right now, just in properties that I bought pre-foreclosure. And I'm gonna show y'all how to do this. In fact, let's do one real quick. Show you what I do. This is exactly what I do. So I'm gonna go to the one that's coming up this week, and I'm gonna pick one down here. Let's say this is the one. This is $200,000. It's worth $200,000. I'm assuming it's got some good equity in it. What I would do, I would go ahead and plug it into PropStream, my data file, and I would find out how much equity is in the property. But the first thing I would do is go over to what we call the OCIS case search. I don't know if you all know about this, but you can go and you can find out anything you want on a particular filing that is in bankruptcy. Bankruptcies are there, foreclosures are there, everything's there. So I would do the OCIS search. I would click on that. And so now here I can search all of Oklahoma County, the court system, and I'm going to be searching by the individual's name. So let's go back. So I know their name. In this case, it's Tony L. Young and Lily A. And here's the address. So I'm going to go back over here. I've already searched this up, so I'm going to put him in. And I'm going to put Young, Tony, and I'll put the middle initial. And up here, I only want to search Oklahoma courts, or else it'll bring up all courts. I only want Oklahoma courts. So here's my Oklahoma County district. Click go. And then I look for, so it's probably going to be this one. Let's look at this one. Yeah, so this is the one. You can see this is the company. This is who they're foreclosing on. How I know it's a foreclosure? Because it'll say right here, foreclosure. Okay. And this is going to give me all the information that I need. So I know, First of all, I'm gonna go look at the petition. So when they say petition, this is what we're gonna file this against you. This is gonna spell out why we're foreclosing on you. So I can go here. Let me blow this up for you a little bit. So I go in here and look at the petition. This is the company that's the bank that's foreclosing on. Here's the people that they're foreclosing on. Gives you the lot block of the property. Gives you a bunch of stuff you don't need to be even worry about, but I'm going to show you what you need to look for. This is where you want to start looking for. This is going to tell you how much they're foreclosing on. And so 188 is the balance that is due. Plus they got some escrow and some corporate advances. They got attorney fees. So all this added up is what I would have to pay, or the owner would have to pay to stop this foreclosure. Okay. On here also, I'm looking for any other defendants. If there's any outstanding tax warrants or anything like that, it's going to be in this particular document. I don't see anything here, so I'm assuming all they're going to owe then is going to be this right here. Again, remember, we're in pre-foreclosure. It's not foreclosed yet, so I still got an opportunity to, if I can convince this owner to sell me this property, I can still get it before it goes to foreclosure. Okay. Now they'll put some other documents in here. Exhibit A is going to be the note. So this is the actual note that this owner signed when they originally got this loan. It's for $198,000, 3.5% interest. You know, so the bank is putting out there and tell you this is why we're foreclosing. They haven't been paying this note. Okay. So you have some documents in there like this. And then here's the actual mortgage. So all this information is there for anybody that wants to see why they're foreclosing on this property. Any questions? Any questions? So that's the first thing I would do.
Do we use that only for foreclosures, or just like all the tricks and trades of the real estate?
This is one place that you go for foreclosures, but there's other stuff here that I can teach you later. But for right now, all we're going to use it for is foreclosures. And this is not tax foreclosures. This is only bank foreclosure, sheriff's sale foreclosure. All right. So there's more stuff in here. In fact, there's everything. Remember, I told you everybody's got to be certified. You'll see all the certified mailings. See, this one right here shows it was unserved. This one was served. You got the dates over here when they were served. This one was served by leaving a copy with the wife. This is affidavit of military service. If they foreclose on, they got to verify that you're not in the military, because they're not allowing you to close on any military. And this is the final one you want to look at. You want to look at the judgment document. The final judgment was rendered in this. The journal entry of the judgment was issued August 23rd of 19. So I'm going to click on that, take a look at the final judgment to see what the final numbers is that I need to pay this thing off. Okay. Get that baby downloaded over here. This has been signed off by the judge. Let me blow it up for you a little bit. All right. So everything I need to know is right here. It's saying we're foreclosing on this. This is the journal entry. It was issued in August 19. They talk a little bit about the individuals and all that, but here's what I want to know. This is what they owe. Remember that 188 is still there, but now they got corporate advances, they got escrows, they got late fees, they got all kinds. They got the big old attorney fees. So you got to add all that up, and that's what you would be paying to stop this one, right? It doesn't show that there's any other encumbrances on it. If it would showed up in here, it would say that the bank takes the position that any other liens will be extinguished once this particular property is foreclosed on. Any questions?
So based on this information, would you try to reach out to Lily instead of Tony based on her responsiveness?
I'm going to reach out to both of them, because I'm going to have both of them to sign off on it before I can buy this property. If it's in both names, I gotta have both of them to sign. So if Lily don't know where Tony is and Tony don't know where Lily is, I can't get the deal done.
Question, Ray.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
So you would add the 188,000 plus all those additional fees at the bottom for the grand total that you would have to pay to get that house. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right. Thank you.
So 188 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2,000 plus whatever that is, over a little bit over 200,000 maybe. Well, it might be a little less, close to 200,000. Any other questions?
Mr. Ray, I have one quick one.
Yeah.
So could you provide what other benefits other than, of course, them losing their house? What other benefits could you help someone from saving the house from going to foreclosure? Because I know like your credit, is impacted. Somebody is like you're not able to buy a house for another 3 to 5 years or something.
Yeah, 7 years. It's gonna stay on your credit report. So yeah, so my sale to them is, number one is, if you sell me this property, I'm gonna keep it off of your credit report. I'm gonna have it where you don't have a foreclosure on your record. Also, it's really a win-win-win because they win because I may end up giving them a little bit of money, even on top of what they owe if the property ARV comes out right. The second win is I win because I can get a property with a lot of equity. And then third win is the bank gonna win because they're gonna get their money. But the sale is, I'm gonna keep this off of your record. Otherwise, this property's going to the sheriff's sale. You're gonna have a foreclosure on your record for the next 7 years.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. What other questions?
Hey, Ray,
Yeah.
you said there was some equity in it. Is that based on the original loan value and what they have left over, or after you fix it up?
Right. So what I'm
It's
gonna do,
gonna-
James, I'm gonna go in, how I'm having y'all to figure the ARV. I'm gonna
Yes.
go, and in fact, let's go look at this one real quick. I think we got time. Let's go back. The address is 7301 Skylark Lane. Okay. So let's go over here. So I'm gonna put this in my prop stream. Some of y'all haven't seen prop stream, so you don't know what it is, but I'm gonna put it in over here. It's gonna tell me what the equity is in this property. So let's see. Let's go back to my, what I say, 7301 Skylark Lane. 7301 Skylark Lane, Oklahoma City. Let me make sure you. All right, so here's the property. $7301. Hold on here. Did I get the right property?
I think you went with a court and we're looking for a lane.
Oh, is that what? Oh, yeah. That's the key. You don't want to be at the right. Yeah, that is court. Good catch. I was going to say that's not the one because it had all the equity. Let's see, lane. All right, there we go. Good catch, Roxanne. And so this is showing that, see, that's not right because we already know, am I 7301? That's the right property. Let me look back over here. 7301 Skylark Lane. They say the appraised value is 200. Come over here. Value's 200, but it ain't got that much equity. So they don't have the existing mortgage on there, James. The existing mortgage would be right here. So it would be 188 less the 237, which would not be a lot of equity in this property. So I probably wouldn't even, after I've done my research, I probably wouldn't even go after this property.
Yeah, because what you're probably talking about is if you add maybe 10,000 to that
Yeah,
188, that's about 200,000 that you're going to pay.
yeah,
And so you're talking about 37,000.
yeah. So this house wouldn't be a good fit for me to go after.
Yeah. So what if is there like a if I spend 200,000, I need to have how much equity? If I spend
So let me.
100,000, I need double that or half that or
Yeah, my
do you?
deal is so I bought the property on Northwood. I paid 200 and I think it's 25,000, and I knew what the I knew pretty much what the repair was going to be. The repair is going to come in about 140. So when I added both of those up on that property, James, so what I got? Let me add it up. 225 plus 140. So I'm already up to 365. I got 365 in that property, but I already know that property is going to sell for 550 or more. So I got the 550 negative 365. I should net 185,000. That was my logic in buying that property.
Okay.
So if I can't make at least $50,000 to $80,000 on the property, if I'm actually going to flip it, then I probably won't fool with it because I got to put so much cash up. Now I'm working on a deal where I'm trying to get a company that says that if I find the right deal, they'll finance 80% of it, and all I got to put up is 20%. That way I can do a whole lot more. But right now, the banks won't give me that financing. But there are some private lenders out here that I'm talking to that I don't have to put up all my cash. They'll front some of the cash for me if I bring them the right deal.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Okay.
All right, let's see. Any other questions? Y'all good on that?
It's like endless ways to make money in real estate.
It really is.
Oh
That's
my
why
God.
I'm teaching you guys and girls some of the basics. Somebody's gonna pick up what I'm doing, is gonna take it to a whole nother level. I'm just teaching you what I know. This is what I went out and figured out on my own. Ain't nobody taught me any of this. This is all that I figured out on my own.
You know a lot. You said a lot today. Oh my
Well, thank
God.
you so much. And there's so much I haven't even begun to tell y'all. I'm just trying to give you, I'm trying not to choke you with the meat of the word. I'm trying to feed you some milk to teach you how to fish, right? And then when I teach you how to fish, you're going to get out there and you're going to hook a big one of these days. All right, what other questions you got? We're getting close. We got 10 more minutes. Got to get to the homework for next week, but I'm still willing to answer these questions. Any other questions? So I'm showing y'all some good stuff today. This is good stuff. You will not, I promise you that little $30 y'all paying, you're getting your money 10, 20, 30 fold. I promise you. Hold on here. Let me show you something else here. Let's go back to our deal here. All right. So let me give you your homework before we get out of here. So this is a property that I just bought, James. This is 1001 East Villas, I think it's Villas Avenue in Guthrie. So write this down. This is your homework for next week. 1001 East Villas Avenue, Guthrie 73044. It's a 5-bed, 2.5 bath, has no garage, approximately 2,200 square feet. We're estimating the repairs is going to be $150,000, and it's going to be a $10K assignment fee. So let's go look at this property real quick. Let's go fishing, baby. Hold on. Somebody got there? Need you to turn your volume off. So let's look at this property. 1001. So I just purchased this property for $22,000. That's what I bought this property for. If you, as you see, it is rough. There's not even any walls in it. There's not, it's all 2x4s and studs in this bad boy. All right. So I bought it for 22,000. I want y'all to tell me what it's going to be worth when I get done with it in 4 months. It's going to take me approximately 4 months to rehab this one. Everything has to be done to it. Any questions?
I don't have a question, Ray, but I can't wait to see what you do to this property here.
I can bring them back from the dead, baby. When you buy them for dirt cheap, you can afford to put that kind of money in them. Because if you do your homework right, you know what properties are selling. Guthrie is one of the hottest areas right now. So I normally don't buy anything outside of Oklahoma City, but this deal came to me. I looked at it. I looked at some of the other properties that's been rehabbed up there and what they've been selling for. And so I might not make what I made on the Northwood, but I think a minimum I can make is 50 on this one. I think we can do 50 on this one. So we'll see. So I need you